Again, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us for this session. Let me first introduce myself and my colleague, Engineer Yoassry Salman. My name is Dr. Yasser Al Mutairi. I'm the Engineering VP, and I have with me Engineer Yoassry Salman. He's the Digital Construction Director. Both, inshallah, today we're going to explore we're going to explain how Saudi Bin Laden Group have implemented digital construction, and one of the projects we are actually working on it now is called 7, located in Dammam and Khobar. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Okay. We are here in Saudi Bin Laden Group. We try to share our experience, how we push the digital construction beyond the BIM. In one of our projects, it was requested by client to implement this digital construction requirement and how we utilize it as a SBG in this project. So we have a brief about the project. What is the area of application we injected BIM and digital construction within. Then we can go for our intakes. We got it after 1 year of digital construction in this project. Yes.
From this agenda, we're going to actually explore how both technology and engineering work hand in hand to reach and deliver the project. Let's start first with giving a brief introduction about Saudi Bin Laden Group. Saudi Bin Laden Group has been the cornerstone of the Saudi Arabia construction sector since 1931, and worked in different type of projects, from civil infrastructure up to mega projects. We have, for example, we have Haramain project with Jeddah Tower, the tallest building, and the clock building, and even the district, the financial district, King Abdullah Financial District in Riyadh. Those are some of the projects. Along with this, as today we are talking about the digital construction, and we are moving toward this to achieve Vision 2030, and we're gonna explore on the slides how our experience and such a project like 7 project, how we already implemented such technology, and we got use of it and get benefit from that implementation.
Okay. The project 7, it's a Saudi venture entertainment company. They decided to build one of the largest park of this project in eastern region. To have Dammam and Khobar, about 7,000 square meter site with about 400,000 built up area. This project required to be delivered by 2027, and SBG acting as a main contractor, which is a new type of SBG works. SBG used to work as a self-execution contractor, and we are bringing subcontractor and SBG. Now we are required to use a digital facility to manage other subcontractor under the client. So this make SBG need to stretch the boundary of using the technology to be able to manage the subcontractor from the time they bid till the time to hand over.
Slide.
Yes. This is simply the approach. We have, everybody know that you do the engineering, send the shop drawing, operation team, go to start to make the procurement. This is the normal convention way of doing the process. What we try to do everything digital first. We try to make the decision early as possible before doing the execution at field. But doing decision only early at field, will not help the construction. It's simply can solve some of the problem in construction. But where is the clue? Where is the problem? If anyone work in construction, know the problem that people had foot in ground, their boots, they do the activities and they face issues, and when they face these issues, they are not able to translate it back to the proper solution. This causes a hell of abortive work. So what we decided to have a common data environment. This common data environment, we link both the digital activity with the physical activity. Using sort of technologies allow people at site feedback engineering team who sit in the front office or in a back office or remote in anywhere with their issues. When they feed these issues to them, they get the proper solution and send it back to the field. So using the common data environment to push the BIM data to field in digital format and collect with another digital format from the client. So simply, we have a design, we have engineering, we have master planning control, we have a documentation. This documentation push through the common data environment to start do the procurement using the quantities extracted from model, using the augmented reality and virtual reality and extended reality to capture whatever issues they face in the site. Then we have tools for field management where they can push back the snags, the issues, the incidents through two ways of technologies. We'll talk about them, like 3D scan and 360, back to the BIM team and start fixing the issue and loop again the data. So this type of wheeling and gear the project in a better way than push the data one way only from engineering to the construction and construction tackle it alone.
Yeah, just only I want to add something here. I already heard from one of the speakers before that it's not an upgrade. Okay, BIM is not a tool, or let's say it's not a technical, okay, or technology, okay, just only saying that it's not only technology, okay, to shift it or to upgrade. Actually, we are talking about the total shifting and regarding to the organization and even the process, okay. I'm talking about organization, I'm talking about people itself, okay? That's three parts, technical, people, and even the process. That's okay. Area of application, yes.
Okay, now we are talking about the area of application, where we have the BIM. I believe this part may be known to everyone sit here. We are doing a model, but we are doing a model in little bit slight advanced way. Not using Revit only. We are using a common data environment to exchange this Revit real time between parties. So this blue part, this is for SBG and subsidiaries. The green part, this is for client and his subsidiaries like consultants. Okay. So what happened? Now every subcontractor develop his own model, share it with SBG. SBG, once it's approved, they push it through the common data environment. We're working all in the same platform to the client. So now the approval cycle is in a model. No more exchanging drawing. So one of the importance here, you will not miss the revision or version of your submittal. So if you have something and you need to go back to previous version, easily. So we are using this exercise, Autodesk Construction Cloud, Collaboration Brew, to avoid any dropping of the data between the desktops and the client side.
Just only in terms of the common data environment, it's really an important part as the level of managerial, okay, we need to have a clarity in terms of the data and who's responsible about it, and even, okay, we want to clear it out, okay, for all the stakeholders, the accountability, responsibility, and even we want to avoid any miscommunication. Okay, the common data environment unified a common data environment, okay, for the project is initial and we need it. Okay, this is one of the important point I have to emphasize it here, and I want to keep it on the some of the takeaways point, okay, there. This is really an important point, because without it, even the AI, we will not achieve it. Okay?
Okay, this is sort of the clashes we're using now through the common data environment. No more using a Navis work and exchange the file and waiting for approval. Now it's a real-time clash solving. So when the clash raised, people able to see where is the clash, assigned to whom, what is the required action, and when he solve it, he submit it back. We release it if it's accepted, or push it back to other party if it need to be reassigned. As you can see, one of the advantages of this common data environment, you see this two pictures showing different colors. These colors are real-time issues. Whatever green, it's solved. Whatever orange, waiting for solution. And if we are using the platform live, if you click in this, any one of these spots, it will give you what is the issue, where is it, assigned to whom, and the due date. So by this way, I have 19 subcontractors in this project, 2 different sites. 1 hour driving between 2 sites. So I don't need to jump here and there and run after the subcontractor, where is you submitted? We are all there. If he's delayed, I may raise to client, this subconsultant's not complying or subcontractor not complying, easily. Okay. Second area of application. We have the model now. We have the schedule. One of the challenges, we need to validate the schedule. Not only validate the schedule. Schedule not only how to stack floor on top of each other. Schedules is all construction activities. From logistics, construction, rehearsing, enhancement. This project has several issues because it's in the seaside. So the accessibility for heavy equipment and accessibility of heavy construction and truck need to be studied further more than only 2D plans. We need to see the impact. We need to see the solution. We're using one of application called Fuser. This Fuser is AI 4D simulation application. It's a way advanced to link the simulation of the 4D. This is give us the micro activities in construction, like how the crane movement, how the logistics had been hosted. I have a small movie can show how these things happen in the construction. This is third area of application. Cost. Project is running heavily, tight schedule, 19 subcontractor. You have to fluence the billing. Normal, conventional way of inspection. Assign snags and report it back. This is not a good method if we are using paperwork. So we need to ensure that we have part of our common data environment, the platform link the activity. We'll talk about how we link it later with a dashboard. This is, for example, the foundation. So this foundation assigned to subcontractor, I know the value, I know the volume, I know the schedule. If I pick in any single item, I can know what is the progress of this item, if it's due to bill or not. So the way of feeding the subcontractor with their money, it will not be jeopardized with paperwork. So now, SPG, client, consultant, all party see this project is done. If it assign clash, you can see the clash.
When it becomes to the cost, we need transparency. Okay, and we don't want to have any surprises. Okay, it will affect the project directly, and we need to monitor the cost of the project, controlling the cost.
Okay, let me just share with you one video. Okay, okay, click to play. Okay, this video showing how we can do the 4D and 5D. It's not working. Okay, this is, for example, one of the logistics, how the trucks can be access to the project from where to where, how cranes is loading, each crane, the movement of the crane, the level of the crane. So all the information with a logistic manager, no more 2D, so he can now make his decision. You can see the intersection of the cranes with each crane loading while we are doing the construction. These cranes, if you notice, keep changing. If it's required to be changed. So now the decision is no more paperwork. You see every activity, every crane, the loads, the span, the boom. Okay, this one of the example of how to do an installation. This wheel will be the third highest wheel globally. So I need several kind of crane to install it, not 2, 3 cranes, no. You will notice every while this crane change the type of crane depend on What is the requirement? So along with the time and span, you can see how to do the crane to install it. This thing, it opened a window of decision for my construction team. There are no more say, okay, we'll see. They know now which crane he needed when exactly. Because this, as you see, it's a seaside, only one road feeding all this activity around. If you block it for the wheel, you cannot construct others.
By the way, the animation, if you can see, is just only, it was actually focusing on the wheel. However, on the other side of the project, okay, is still under progress, and the animation is still going there.
This is the ski slope. It's a 65-meter height. Very complicated geometry, and it has car parking underneath. How I'm going to install it? We start with 9 cranes. We make 11 iterations of the simulation till we end up with 1 tower crane, 3 crawler cranes to change the construction. So even the logistic, the original construction methodology has been changed. This is the insights of the 5D. This is the dashboard. This dashboard with a client, with SPG. Every single element, every single building in this dashboard. So you can see the figures, the numbers. All this reading direct from model. Not reading from paper. It's reading direct from model. If the data not feed it to the model, you will not get it here. And this is the way we encourage the subcontractor to be keen to develop their models and do it properly, because this is their money. End of story. He cannot justify it if he did not load it to the model and I capture with the proper tools. Okay? This is one of the data insight. This is the status of the model of the design. I hear from His Highness regarding that you submit LOD 300, pushing people to 300, 350. In Saudi Arabia, due to the rush, we never received LOD 300 model. So how we can tackle it? I have 19 subcontractors. I have more than 500 models in this 2 projects. It will be developed up to 4,000 BIM models, shop drawing, LOD 400. Yes. How can I tackle? How can I manage this? If I'm doing this only with regular check, no. I developed the dashboard, this dashboard by Power BI, reading from the common data environment. So when I get the model, I make the health check using the common data environment. Published here. So now, designer, ACOM, Atkins, client, SPG, everybody knows the status. So we are controlling the design. So if the design behind, we know this design will cause a certain issues.
True.
This is the progress in construction. We link with common data environment, other field capture tools. These capture tools, to get the people also sit somewhere, what happened in the field. No need to have regular routine site walk. We stop it. Okay, maybe the project team is busy in meeting. No need to stop everything because we have a site walk. No need to stop anything to capture issues or abortives. So all this feeded by 360 cameras direct to the common data environment. And all this comes to the dashboard. To link all this fancy stuff, we developed what you can call it the control tower of the project. We name it a digital lab. This a high-end computing, similar look, like to the computer used for the AI generation. It's about $80,000 computer. This computer running several screens, this screen capture all the data coming from all the common data environments and easy to publish. So if the project manager need to check status, they can see it in the projection, they can see it with a VR. So whatever people see it, they are able to discuss and take a decision and post the decision to assign it to someone. Okay? If there are a delay, if there are issues, this is the aquarium. This aquarium is reclaimed more than 150 meters in the water, in the Gulf. So it's a very heavy building, and you need to make a decision. How you sit back, how you do the reclamation. All this need to be discussed real time with designer. We attach to it capture data from the time lapse. So now the time lapse not only for security, to see the fencing, who accesses the site, who's not accessing the site. No, we have a time lab capturing whatever happened to the field all the time. And all this, again, connected to the same digital lab. So if you have an incident, you can check it's proved, it's not proved, it still remain. This one, we'll talk about it later. How we bring the QA, QC people at the site using the augmented reality to link between the 2D drawing, which they know, and the image coming from 360 camera, they see, and how to assign the snag or the incident to the site. This is a way of field management. We use drone, capturing whatever happened in the field, like 3D scan, push it. So if we have an issue or problem, all these things digitally captured to the project. This is make the people rethink how it solves the problem. No need to send the construction manager and logistic manager and everyone to the site to check whatever happened and how to solve it. Okay? They use the VR. So by using the VR, they are become part of the team without being with the team physically. This is one of the fancy stuff we try to inject it in SBG. SBG is one of the largest legacy company. We are using paper like we are destroy half of the forest on the globe. What we try to do, Dr. Yasser will give an idea how we use things to make it a paperless practice in this project.
Yeah, it's just only the issue with the paperless, when you're talking about like projects, for example, this kind of project, okay, we are looking for more than 150,000 drawings. Okay, and if we're gonna go with the old traditional way of dealing and printing all of these documents, okay, and not only this one, okay, if you think about we have different projects in different areas, and the head office needs to travel from project to project, okay, to visit and see what actually there, okay. We need to minimize, okay, the traveling. We need to minimize, okay, the number of printing, okay. This is what actually we are, okay, heading to have this central data of, okay, common data environment along with Intalaqa, okay,
this is our developed in-house application.
Yeah.
The trigger of this, we won a project at Maldives, okay, to develop the terminal building, which is called now Villana at Maldives. We built this terminal building between 2016 till recent. One of the downside of the contract, client as a government request us to submit every single stage, 3 hard copies, 3 sets of hard copy, A0 and A3. Sorry for that, we don't have any print shop at Maldives.
Yeah.
So to do this printing, we have to print at Jeddah, ship it by airplane, every submittal. And we try to avoid it, and client insists this is a contractor obligation, sorry. Okay. If we imagine do the same, God blessings that, alhamdulillah, we have print shop in Khobar and Dammam. We are not in Maldives. But to print all this number of documentation, which purchase order, which change order, all these things, it's a hell of document. It's a hell of document. Pushing the data through Intalaqa, which is owned, developed by SBG,
yes.
This has helped us to make all SBG parties using less paper in this project. We are not stop using papers, but in this project particularly, less paper usage. This is one of our R&D in the project. Everybody knows how to use a 3D scan. But what we try to push here, the 3D scan, we need to use the 3D scan. It's more dynamic way. If we take the normal process of 3D scan, capturing data, registering, construction model from the BIM cloud, it takes weeks. We don't have this luxury. What we try to use now, we try to train an AI solution, self-owned by SBG, how to make a wire mesh, which is not accurate 100%, but Up to a certain extent, it can help me to figure out some issues. I don't know if I have some larger picture or not. This one. This is the water park of Dammam. It will be one of the largest, maybe top 5 globally as a water park. They start making stockpiles from the excavation to one site as a construction team. When we take the drone and develop the mesh of this stockpile, we show them that these stockpiles conflict with the foundation that is being required. Before, this is take weeks, or maybe we discover it as we go. This is stockpile damage, so we have to stop everything, equipment, labor, everybody stop till we take this stockpile away. Now from one drone visit, we make the model, mesh, no need to be 100% accurate, and coordinate it real time and show them, okay, this stockpile have to be removed before start the excavation. Okay? This is one of the advantages. It's very important because we have here the foundation piles. Everybody knows due to the situation, especially civil engineers, they know that due to the situation of the soil, maybe you have some pile test failed. So you have to make a new pile, close to existing pile, may deeper, may wider, something to fix this failed test piles. This change make the pile cap not fit to the new. We realized this in one of our projects in Red Sea. We received the piles from subcontractor. We are going to continue the job for superstructure. When we got the test of the piles, many piles has been failed. And to refix this, it's very costly because you have to inject new piles because the guy do his piles and go. Okay? So using the 3D scan help us now to figure out by coordinating the model with the captured data from the field, is the pile cap going to be properly installed or not? So this is avoid a time and cost for abortive work. If this pile cap moving away, we send to designer, we need to redesign this particular pile cap. This is one of the common problems. People work in infrastructure know that in rush, they install the pipes. This brown things is coming from the 3D scan. This cyan blue things is coming from the model. We discover here, I don't know if this pointer is working well. One pile is shorter, it's not yet installed. Why they installed the manhole? So there are a gap between the pipe and the manhole. If this been buried, you will not discover it until you have testing commissioner or critical, Allah forbid, failure. Okay. Oh, sorry. La, I jumped to. Okay. Back to the field management. We talk about how we start feeding our common data environment. We talk about the time lab, drone, 3D scan, augmented reality. All these things happen in common data environment, but it's not straightforward. So we use a middleware called Cobix. This Cobix help us to create champion from people at field are not using technology. They don't know how to open the model. They don't know how to deal with the model. So with this Cobix, we give them the things they know, like drawings. In the same time, they are able to do more good work. So this is the interface of Cobix. This is a 360 camera. This is what inspectors say. This is a layout showing where he exists in a field, and he can see this is the site, this is what's going to be installed in the same site. So rapidly, because I believe we are run out of time, people start at field, do the inspection and comparing. So I can call him, please go and check me this area particularly. He has a plan, move to the plan, and this is one of the examples. Drawing, site, install the element. This is a BIM model. He assign a point and send it to the technical office asking the advice. Is there any contradiction because this duct has been not properly installed? extending the advantage of the field management, HSE, health and safety people. Health and safety people dealing with equipment and incidents all the day. How they capture it? Using a white paper manifest, checklist? No. Now, because we have the model, we have the common data environment, they have a digital issues for HSE. And this is real capture from the site. When the HSE engineer, inspector, visit the equipment, visit the site, report the hazard, all these things, and put the ticket to the subcontractor immediately. This is one of the VR. We see it early. He inspect this area. He find some trenches open. No need to give a description next to grid, blah, 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 C1, like that. No, he capture it, push it, assign to plan. This is assigned to which subcontractor. So when the subcontractor, no need to make a site hook. Subcontractor, go and fix it and submit, and the capture he already maintained. So the key taken here, the problem, we look at technology as it's a fancy, it's a costly, it's an upfront cost to do those things. But not only the technology, we have to change the culture, the entire culture. Those champions you see here, 1 year ago, they are totally resistant to the technology. By selecting the proper tools, help them to do the things. This is more important. The main key success, not the technology, is people. If you don't believe in your people, if you don't make a champions, you will not succeed. You have to make champions because people follow the winner. So we make the champion, we use the technology to make those champions more winning in the race of the construction. So you can use all what we are talking about to enhance productivity, to control the cost. This is very, very crucial stuff in rush project if you have not owned the construction activity as a subcontractor.
Yeah, we are running out of time, but yeah, this is the last slide. Okay, for us, it's just only to Engineer Yoassry already pointed out the technical impact, and this is the business impact. Okay, we are talking about the cost avoidance here, and even we're going to have a real-time dashboard, okay, where actually can help the managerial level to understand what's actually happening in the project and take any actions, okay, immediately, not to discover it later on the project. Sustainable things, okay, like paperless, going to the paperless, okay, less avoiding the spending a lot of money and things like this. Okay. And thank you very much for your time, and sorry to take a long time in presenting our presentation.
We suited for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you very much.